Allife Medicine is an international pharmaceutical company that is focusing on cell and gene therapies. And with me is YuChun, professor, also the chief sciences officer at the company, S.J. Tin, the CTO, and Peter Chun, founder and managing partner of Silverbear Capital. So great to have you all here. And let's just start with the company, Allife Medicine. And if you could just explain, what cutting edge technologies are you working on?
Yeah, so we are working on the iPS-derived cell medicine, and also work on the use AAV to deliver gene to treat the disease. Yeah, so this is and iPS-derived cells, because it's kind of a pluripotent stem cell. So from this point, we can derive almost all kinds of the cells in the body. So this is the reason. And the pipeline, including to treat the vascular disease, for example, as a stroke. And also we have the islet to treat the diabetes, and also like something like RPE to treat the AMD. Sorts of things.
So it sounds like a lot of potential applications for this. S.J., can you explain a little bit about where you see some of the most promising treatments?
Well, I can currently tell about one of the medicine we just used for treat stroke. So it's basically for repairing, protecting, and regenerating the blood vessels after stroke happened in the brain.
Yeah. So that helps with recovery,
That's
I guess,
right.
with somebody?
Yeah. And also because it's already in the clinical trial and in the phase 1, and we carried out in China. And actually, the symptom is acute, is ischemic stroke. Okay. So actually, because there's because in the field, because the stroke is every 3 seconds there's one patient in the world. It's a big cost for all over the world, in the worldwide side from the. And at the moment in this field, the lack of the targeted therapeutic in stroke, and also because when the disease happens, there's no method that can simultaneously cover the vascular and neural protection, repair, and regeneration. And also because there's no specific and effective method to treat the neural injury. And because we find the EPC, endothelial progenitor cell, this can do the job. They can regenerate the blood vessel very rapidly, can get the blood supply to increase blood supply. The second, they can secrete like a BDNF. It's a kind of the brain-derived neural factors. It can, protect the neuron, and also can recruiting the oligodendrocyte progenitor cell to remyelination. So this is a kind of the thing to do the neural repairing. And also they can also stimulate the neural regeneration. So, and also because for the EPC also can release some the cytokine, can reduce inflammation. So this is, we say, the vascular injury, neural injury, and also inflammation. This exactly happens in the acute phase when the stroke occurs.
Yeah. And Peter, Silverbear is investing in the company. Talk about what it was about what they're doing and the technology that made it a very good proposition for you.
Yeah, I think this company is a very unique company. Basically, when I guess this Asian type of company with a Western mindset is very rare to be found in the market space. So they have this hybrid management around them. So they're able to see what's happening around I would say the complicated market, where all the other big pharmaceutical companies are trying to tackle, while they found a space where they believe a more appropriate investment can be done with products and I would say multilateral applications on a mass market level to be identified after they're successful. But I'm pretty confident that they're somehow getting there. So it's just I would say just they have kind of like two parts of the world, and they're kind of trying to bond the two mindset and the business model, whereby the just it's very hard to find a company like this. So it kind of just triggers a lot of I would say a lot of our interest in this company going forward, and it's just one of those special companies that I believe, although it look it to be a very difficult business to be successful in, but I think these guys have checked all the boxes that are required. So I would, just saying the regeneration part, for example, I mean, the product can be tuned so that, for example, athletes, so they get injured, they have to take a break, and obviously taking a break is a cost to the team. Sure. But if they can shorten this period of time, then again, this is a very viable commercial product that they can bring to the market.
SJ, can you explain a little bit about the clinical trials, where things are in that process?
So we're collaborating with six grade A teaching hospitals in Beijing, and we have recruited a few patients for phase 1 clinical trial. So we planning to recruit more people, more patients for phase 2 this year, and hoping to finish it this year. So for currently the result from phase 1, we have already know it's safe and it shows some efficacy already, which is consistent with our previous result in the animals. So that's very striking for us.
So approval, if it happens, would happen in China first.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then what? Would you look for, because I know you do some work in the UK as well, would you go to Europe or? Yeah,
and because we applied the MHRA in UK, but also we also applied the FDA IND as well. So this is, we plan to have a site in States to manufacturing and also do the clinical trial. If luckily, and if the products, and finally we supply this to the hospital for the patient's treatment.
Okay, when do you think best case scenario this might be used?
2 years later.
2 years? Okay, I mean.
2 years later in the hospital.
Okay.
And after 1 more year, so we can open to the market.
And then 3 years to the market. Well, that's pretty typical, I think, for new treatments. So takes a while for all the testing and everything to happen. And Peter, it seems like the regenerative part of it is unique. Because that's one of the problems with some of these issues is cells have died.
Yeah.
But if they can be regenerated, that might be a game changer.
It is a game changer. I think it's also about the time that needed to go into develop this particular product, and the money that needs to be in place to allow that to happen on research level. I think these guys had done a tremendous job in actually recreating that scenario for investors, because they're actually not equipped with a multi-billion-dollar banking backup to do this, and they managed to pull it off so far. So I think this is also kind of how we had admired them in the beginning. So then what's next for you? These clinical trials, and what's your goals in the near term?
Actually, we hopefully, and in this year we complete the phase 1, and the next year before the June, probably we can complete the phase 2, and also do the BLA for this kind of the cell medicine goes to the hospital. And now we have the second, the clinical trial, use the EPC for the peripheral limb ischemia, and which affected a lot of the patients, especially in the old people. And in China, we have the 25 million this kind of the people suffering this problem. And at the moment, there's no cure. And but in our study, we proved that this EPC made can do the job, can repair and can have vascular regeneration in the lower limb.
Yeah.
So that can help these people. And so that we're wondering, say, have more like pipeline, the products goes to clinical trial, and hopefully they can become such a medicine for the disease treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best way for somebody to follow the progress of the company? Website or social media? What would you say?
Yeah, and recently, because the Sullivan already have a report, say how they report the content is the stroke. Is there any like new therapy or new treatment method? Because the lack of the targeted method in the stroke, so they have this report say EPC might be the potential the one in near future.
Yeah. Peter, any final thoughts?
Well, to add to that, obviously, we are going to redevelop a website. The company is aiming to come to US to look for a capital market arrangement. So, and also we would like to, of course, to further review, if possible, to public about some of the possible scenarios that these guys are trying to develop, to kind of try to see how they help kind of the market space with stuff. So we'll keep everybody updated on this.
Yeah, it could be very exciting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.